Good morning, children. Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have seen about a current carrying conductor. Okay, in that conductor, the conductor was a straight wire which was passing through the paper, right? And upon that, we had sprinkled the iron fillings which were arranged in a concentric circles. Correct? This proved our right hand thumb rule. So today we are going to see about the types of conductors. That is, first we saw the straight wire was there, and now the magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. Okay, there's a circular loop. So what happens when the magnetic field or current passes through the circular loop? When current is passed through a circular conductor, or that is a circular loop, the magnetic field produced is in the form of concentric circles around the conductor. Okay, the concentric circles are around the conductor. Towards the center, the arcs of the circle become larger and appears as straight line. Okay, see in the picture you can see the two what you can say two points are there. Correct? See here, this is one point and this is second point. Okay, so in the circular way, this is your circular loop. Okay, and the current is passing in this direction only. See how I'm moving my hand, in the same way the current is passing in that circular loop. So here what is, and this is the paper on which we are going to see how this iron fillings are going to arrange. Okay, so here the battery is connected and the circular loop, the current is passing through the circular loop. Sorry. So when the circular loop is connected to the electricity or electric current, what happens? The iron fillings get arranged in a circular concentric manner. See here the circular concentric lines are there, here is there, here is there. As you go far from the center of the wire, what happens in here? Okay, here what is happening? These lines, you can see these lines are becoming straight and straight. Okay, they are not completing their concentric circles, they are becoming straight in the center. Okay, as they go far away or they go towards the center, see towards this center M, what is happening? This arc is going to be it appears as a straight line. Okay, so what conclusion you can draw from this experiment? That when the magnetic field is induced due to current through a circular loop, so what happens? The magnetic field produces in the form of concentric circles around the conductor, and as we go away from the conductor, these lines appear as a straight line. Okay, that means the magnetic field is becoming less and less. Okay, so this was about the circular loop. Next is a magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. Solenoid means what? Anything which is empty in between, and there's you can see the picture over there. Okay, the green color. Okay, there's a rod in between and the wire is twisted around it. Okay, a solenoid is a circular coil of wire in a shape of a cylinder. Okay, so when current flows through a solenoid, it behaves like a bar magnet. Bar magnet means what? One pole becomes the positive and the second one becomes the negative. The ends of the solenoid behaves like a north and south poles of the magnet. In the first picture you can see here. Here it has become the plus positive and here it has become the negative. So the magnetic field produced by a solenoid is similar to the magnetic field produced by a bar magnet. Means what? When the current is passed through the solenoid, it acts as a bar magnet. The strength of the magnetic field depends upon the strength of the current and number of turns of the coil. Means what? How much the coil is twisted. Okay, how much loops are there in the wire, on that the magnetic field is, the strength of magnetic field is dependent. Okay, so the magnetic field is concentrated into a nearly uniform field in the center of a long solenoid. The field outside is weak and divergent. Means what? See here. See the third figure. What is happening inside the solenoid? See, inside the solenoid there is the lines are very near and near. That is, there is a very uniform field is created over there. Okay, in the center. But as the waves come outside the solenoid, okay, as the magnetic lines come outside the solenoid, they are very weak and divergent. Divergent means what? They are far from each other. Okay, so on the basis of this solenoid principle, we have a electromagnet. So you also can prepare a electromagnet at home. So how we can prepare? See the right hand side figure. A nail, iron nail is taken, and the insulated wire is coiled around it and connected to a battery. Okay, so it becomes a electromagnet. A strong magnetic field inside a solenoid can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material like a soft iron when placed inside the coil. Such magnet is called an electromagnet. Any iron material can be used to make a electromagnet. If electric current is passed through a wire wound around a piece of soft iron, it behaves like a magnet. Such a magnet is called an electromagnet. Okay, so you have understood what is electromagnet. Next is force on a conductor carrying current in a magnetic field. Force on a conductor carrying current in a magnetic field. So what is the force? Okay, how to check the force? A.M. Ampere suggested that if a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field and exerts a force on a magnet, then a magnet should also exert a force on current carrying conductor. Means what he said, if the conductor which you have taken produces a magnetic field, correct? So if he produces a magnetic field, then it is producing a magnetic field means what? It is giving some type of force. Okay, so the if conductor is giving some force, then ultimately the magnet or the yes, the magnet should also give some force to the conductor, correct? That is the force on a conductor carrying current in a magnet. So how to check this force, whether the magnet is giving that force or not? So the example or the experiment is given over there. If an aluminium rod is suspended horizontally by a wire between the poles of a horseshoe magnet, okay, you can see the right side figure. This is the horseshoe magnet. Okay, north pole and the south pole is given over there. See here the now north pole and here the south pole, and the aluminium rod is suspended horizontally by a wire between the poles of horseshoe magnet, and current is passed through the wire. Then aluminium rod is displaced means what? It moves either to the north pole or to the south pole. If the direction of current is reversed, the direction of displacement is also reversed. The force exerted is the maximum if the conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Means what? If you change the direction of the current, if it is clockwise, then what happens? The magnet or the aluminium rod is deflected to one side, and if the current is changed in the anti-clockwise, then aluminium rod displaces towards the another side, and if it is kept at the perpendicular position, then there is the force exerted is maximum, means it is deflected the most in the comparison to the other two cases. Okay, So on this basis they have derived the Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, the Fleming's left hand rule. See the picture over there, how they have kept the fingers. Okay, the thumb is upright, the index finger is at the front and the middle finger along the side. So the direction of force of a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field is given by Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, the force, if you want to calculate the force, or if you want to know what is the force of that magnetic field, okay, so you have to use the Fleming's left hand rule, or you want to know in which direction the force is, or in which motion the force is acting, then you have to use the Fleming's left hand rule. It states that if we hold the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of the left hand perpendicular to each other such that forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field. Okay, your forefinger is at the magnetic field, correct? That is, this is your magnetic field. Okay, this is your magnetic field. Then the middle finger points in the direction of a current. Okay, this is your current. Then thumb shows the direction of a force of the conductor. Okay, then the force is shown by the thumb. Okay, this is known as Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, I am repeating again the rule. Observe and listen carefully where I am breaking it so that you can remember. If we hold the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of the left hand perpendicular to each other such that forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field, the middle finger points in the direction of the current, then thumb shows the direction of the force of a conductor. Okay, so this is known as Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, so till here we have learned about what is electromagnetic, what is electromagnet, how you can prepare a electromagnet at a home, and also about the solenoid and the current passing through the solenoid. Okay, in the next video we are going to learn about the electromagnetic induction, which was found by the Michael Faraday. Okay, thank you children.